CSGO is starting to get very popular, but what do I see for the future of CSGO? So as I said, CSGO is a very popular game at the moment, and it keeps rising and rising and rising. And in the NA, it actually surpassed Dota 2 in unique players, which is absolutely insane and something the community never thought would happen. When the game originally launched, it had a cult fan base, but it isn't nearly as popular it is today. And Valve keeps on adding things that keep just making the game more noob friendly and pretty much just appealing to a wider audience. If it wasn't for skins, I think the game wouldn't get nearly the amount of exposure it does, because if you have seen the game before skins, it wasn't really talked about. It was still played by the hardcore community, but it wasn't seen as mainstream to a lot of other people. And I think the reason that is because it got internet appeal from YouTube and Twitch, just people opening cases and people just being generally intrigued by the fact that these things were worth so much money, and then also the fact that they finally played the game and realized that it was actually pretty fucking amazing. But that is now. What do I think will happen in the future? I think CSGO, if anything, is gonna get even more popular. I think people are getting sick of a lot of the casualized games that are coming out recently and are becoming super popular, like Call of Duty. And if you look at the top played games in the world, like League of Legends and also Dota 2, those are hardcore games. Like, those are games that you can get into and learn meta and just have to put in a shit ton of time to get really good. And they also have these things called esports. And if you don't know what esports are, they're pretty much like sports in the way that they're all about competition, but for video games. And CSGO is currently the #1 FPS esport, and that is absolutely insane. And as esports continue to grow on Twitch, it's gonna seem that CSGO is also gonna keep growing as a game. I know a lot of the hardcore community doesn't like the fact that CSGO is becoming more and more popular, because the sheer fact that they're saying the game is becoming casualized, or as some even call it, codified, with the SMGs getting a buff, the pistols seemingly getting a buff, and just the game overall becoming, I guess, easier. I think this is a good thing. It's not the best for balance, I guess, but it will bring a lot more players into the game and will just pretty much bring a lot more fresh players and a lot more exposure that was not going to be there otherwise, because a game will just go and die off if it doesn't have more and more players coming in each and every month or every year. Because without more and more players coming in, if you have that same fan base, people are going to just drop off pretty much and just stop playing the game, because there's only so much amount of time you can play one fucking game. Also, there's talks of maybe a new game coming out, not by Valve themselves, but just by the community, wondering if in the next few years will CSGO not be CSGO anymore, and will it be a new Counter-Strike game? And I don't think that will be the case, and the main reason that being is because the game is good where it is now, and if you just continually update it, it will just become even better. And then there's the big reason, the fact that skins are worth so much money, and people won't want to go to the next version because their inventory is worth so much and they put a lot of time working for it. So a lot of people will be reluctant to start up the new game, and they really don't want to split the community there like they did with 1.6. But yes, we're in the modern era of gaming where people can just keep adding updates and fixing games, so there isn't really a point in adding a new game. And the community is really supporting the game, whether it be buying cases or buying skins, or pretty much just buying those new operations that come out, because that's a way for us to support the game and a way for us to give Valve more money to continually update CSGO. That way they don't feel the need to sell us a new game. They can just keep working on the one that works at the moment. And like I said, they really don't want to split the community, because that was a bad thing that did happen in 1.6, and if you were to do that again, the game might not survive that. But yeah guys, those are just my opinions on what the future will hold for CSGO. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Do you think CSGO will be CSGO in the future? Will they add a new version? What do you think they're gonna do with CSGO in the future? Tell me in the comments down below. And if you like this video, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? And when this video does get to 100 likes, we'll be uploading the next one, so be sure to smack that like button. But yeah guys, this has been the Chosen One Inc., and as always, peace out.
Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't fade away.
Look how my mind plays. Little bit of fame, little bit of hate, little bit of change. Watch the craze, keep it sane, don't